All right, YouTube, my motherfuckers. We're back in it for another one. You know what it is. Got those mean words. I bet the Call of Duty, these grown men can't handle that shit. They get all in their feelings. They make hundreds of accounts to try to get your channel deleted. They really don't like that shit. When you say mean words about the video game, the Call of Duty. And we're back on the worst Call of Duty ever made. Well, that's what I'm hearing everywhere. Everywhere you go, man. Oh, I stopped playing the game. People claiming they stopped playing it. Telling people to stop playing it. Listen, man, if you're trying to boycott the game, I'm hearing all these people talk about boycotting the game and shit. The time to boycott COD was back in Modern Slav Noob Warfare 2019. Where were y'all at then? A lot of y'all were probably telling people to shut up, stop complaining. You were probably hypocritically complaining about people complaining, telling people to shut up, get good, and adapt. That's what you was doing. Now you're here, 6 years later. We're all getting burnt out and tired of the heavy, thick SBMM, EOMM. We're getting tired of the fucking cringy ass bundles when before the game is coming out, they're talking about, oh, we're gonna have dirt under these dudes' fingernails and shit. We want to go for a balance between realism and hyper realism. Talk about all this shit. Talk about how we're gonna stay true to what this COD is. And now we got unicorns farting in your face. Like, yeah, all this shit is annoying. People are getting burnt out. But you got to be a special breed if you actually think, all of us out here outspoken on COD on the internet, you got to be a special breed to think that a boycott is actually going to work. All of us could up and quit the franchise tomorrow, never buy it again, and stop playing. It's still going to be the best-selling game every year unless a monster drops like GTA or some shit. Check this out. Another cherry-picked post from Charles Shillintel. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was the best-selling game of 2024 in the US. It was also the best-selling game of December 2024 in the US as well. Now, is this telling us the whole story? No, it's not. A lot of people bought the game, then realized all the problems with the game, and now they just checked out. They ain't playing the game no more. Of course, this is cherry-picked stats. This is Call of Duty doing what Call of Duty does best, and this is Sir Charles Shillintel doing what Charles does best. Exquisite knobgoblin. But it still is the best-selling game every single year with the mountain of problems that it has and the lack of other games people have to play. And COD, at this point, it's an addiction for a lot of people. They can't shake it. There's no other game that scratches this itch, regardless of how ass we think it is. Like COD right now, if you want to have a conversation about COD being in the worst state it's ever been in, yeah, we could definitely have a conversation about that, even though I'd probably say that we've seen in the recent modern era of COD, we've probably seen this maybe twice at least at this point. But to say that this is the worst COD we've ever seen, I can't agree, man. You trying to tell me that this game is worse than Modern Slav Noob Warfare 2019? You trying to tell me that this game is worse than Modern Warfare Deuce? What about Vanguard? What about Infinite Warfare? What about COD Ghost? Listen, I know a lot of y'all love COD Ghost, and there was things about that game I love too. The hit detection, oh, chef's kiss, man. Where did that hit detection go? I wish we could get that shit back. The creator class was great. The DLC was fucking awesome in that game. Loved it. There was things about that game that I loved, but the streaks sucked. The maps were garbage. Everybody was camping, man. COD Ghost was always the campiest COD we've ever seen. World War II came close, but I'd still say World War II was faster paced than COD Ghost. COD Ghost was the campiest COD we've ever seen until we got 2019. Slow, boring, time limit games. Dudes camping for 10 whole minutes just to finish that game 6-1. And they were happy with that because that's all they care about. That's what COD players care about, is their precious KD ratio. They need that high KD ratio, right? The KD ratio is going to get them laid, right? If they show that to these females out here, these females are like, it's going to be dripping down their legs. They're going to be so wet, right? Listen, if somebody wants to label my channel, label me as a COD hate channel. I'm completely fine with that because there's things I hate about this new pussy modern era of Call of Duty. I hate this new direction they're going with certain things. I don't care. You want to label me as a COD hate channel? Go ahead and label me as a COD hate channel. I'm here because I still love the franchise, but they're fucking it up, bro. they're making some stupid ass decisions with it, anti-consumer decisions with it, especially towards their loyals, the ones that have been here for over a decade, treating them like absolute shit, taking advantage of new money as well too. And these new money players, they're too dumb. They can't, like, dumb as a bucket of shrimp. They can't even realize what Activision is doing to them. And hell no, I do not agree with these people talking about Black Ops 6 is the worst COD we've ever seen. Black Ops 6 is unacceptable right now, and we're going to continue to speak on that nonsense. But, like, you know, we just got the Season 2 roadmap. I'm not going to go through all of that with you guys right here, but there is a few good things in here. I find it funny we're seeing more map remakes and remasters like they had 4 years for this game, and it is what it is, man. This would actually be a decent season, though, if the game was in an acceptable state. That's the problem where we're at with it, right? A lot of these Warzone, there's really nothing there for you guys over there in Warzone. I guess you guys got to wait for Season 3 when you get Verdansk. But if the game is not fixed, if it's not in an acceptable state, Verdansk ain't saving shit. Season 3 ain't saving shit. If the servers are still garbage, if the cheaters and hackers are running the show, if they're kicking people offline and shit, kicking people out of the servers just when you finally somehow got a kill on them because they're all butthurt and shit. If all these problems are still going on with the game, nothing is going to save it. Verdansk, who cares, man? Y'all are going to play that shit and realize you're looking back at it with rose-tinted goggles because you were stuck in the house, bored out of your mind, on lockdown, and you're going to realize that map really ain't all that special. I remember a lot of people complaining about it back then when that was the map, right? Like this map that everybody loves. Everybody was complaining about it back then too. You're going to complain about it even more. You're going to check out even quicker if these problems aren't fixed. But getting back to the whole boycott thing and everything else, like, dude, I don't know what the answer is. I've said this in videos before. I don't know what the answer is. A boycott's never going to work. It's still going to be the best-selling game. And they're going to keep taking advantage of all these brain-dead suckers out here. It's like, dude, boycott's not going to work. You got to be a special breed of mental midget to think a boycott is actually going to work with a franchise like this. A juggernaut like this. As much as we don't like the direction and things that they're doing with it. Like I said, man, I don't care if you consider me a COD hate channel or whatever. I'm just real about it. Sometimes I get a little emotional, but I'm just real about this shit, right? I don't need to brag about how I'm the most honest creator on YouTube. I don't need to brag about how I'm the only one out here keeping it real. I just actually keep it real with you guys, though. This is where we're at with the game. I don't think it's the worst COD ever made. It's definitely not the best COD ever made, but it's in an unacceptable state right now, and I'm never going to stop complaining about the matchmaking. See, the problem you deal with out here, and I've said this in many videos as well too, is when you complain about the game, people's main goal in life, it seems like, is to get people to just stop complaining about the video game, right? When you complain about your own personal property on your own YouTube channel, people don't like when you do that shit, and they'll try anything to get you to stop complaining about it. So if you complain about the game and you still upload it, well, then it's, well, he complains about the game and he still plays it, he still uploads it. How you gonna complain about a game that you keep playing? That's a definition of insanity. Like, dude, you kind of have to play a game to critique it, though, correct? And then if you still complain about the game because you want to see it better, but you stop uploading it, you stop playing it, well, then all you're going to see from these freaks, these weirdos out here on the internet, including some of them have channels as well, too, just crying about other people crying. All you're going to hear is complains about the game and doesn't even play the game. How are you going to complain about a game and you can't even play the game you're complaining about? It's like I've said a million times on this channel, you just can't win out here. At the end of the day, a lot of people's main goal is to get you to stop saying mean words about the piece of plastic video game. And a lot of these people talk about how they don't play the game anymore, talk about boycotting the game. They're literally commenting that. They're watching your video and dropping those comments in the middle of games while they're playing the goddamn game. They're dropping that comment and get back to Black Ops 6. A lot of them are doing this shit. Trust me when I tell you that. But that's all I got for this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you on the next one.